Yo, we are back with more Spider-Man fan-made movie posters. Last time, we talked about the Raimi posters all the way back when each movie was announced. We'll jump a few more years later when Spider-Man 4 got cancelled and we got a whole new reboot that had everyone scratching their heads. But it turns out, we were actually in for a treat. Some of us. That's right. We will be talking about the hype that Spider-Man fans were raving about around the time TASM 1 and 2 were announced with fan-made movie posters to show their excitement and enthusiasm for the movies. But if you haven't watched the first one I did, I recommend checking that one out before moving on. But if you have already, well, you're all caught up and ready to feel the blast of nostalgia again and realizing these movies are a decade old. But without further ado, let's take a look at some of these fan-made movie posters that were made around the TASM era. When TASM 1 first got announced, we didn't get an official look of what Spider-Man's new suit would look like. So, for the time being, we had the Sam Raimi suit with drastic changes like huge eyes resembling McFarlane's and small narrow eyes like Ditko, with another fan-made poster. These are posters fans made to ease their hunger for a Spider-Man movie that won't release 5 years after the last installment of the Raimi movies, Spider-Man 3. You can really see how much fans were anticipating of what Spidey's new suit would look like from these two posters alone, since the only news we got at the time was our new reboot, no casting announced or anything, just existing pictures and a creative fan base. Now this is when things started to get really interesting for the then official photos of Spider-Man's new suit, with the reveal that Andrew Garfield was playing the role and another look at the suit, where fans would mash up these two pictures to make something so auriful. Yes, that's a word I just made up, and here's the definition. Like seriously, you cannot tell me these photos look legit and filled with aura farming and raw energy. These were the best TASM 1 pictures we had to keep us hyped for this movie, and boy, they did an awesome job with these. Like, they look so official. And I found these on DeviantArt. Yes, DeviantArt before all the goonery took over. But anyways, these posters were absolutely peak in the day when we had to wait for any new content for the movie. But what's even more peak is hitting that subscribe button. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, and that's insane. Plus, it can motivate me to get out of my bed and create more content for you guys that enjoy what I make and stick around for really cool stuff I want to do down the line. But yes, subscribe if you're a really cool person. But moving on swiftly from whatever that was, we have these posters when more photos of the suit were released and gave fans more creative freedom and possibilities to create bigger and even more exciting visuals for these fan posters. Like this one, for example. Or this one. Even this one! Like, oh, but they even get better when TASM 2 got announced and the fan posters get even saucier. While the iconic classic look of Spidey's new suit wasn't revealed yet, while still using existing pictures of the first movie's suit, fans used their imagination of what these movie posters would have looked like, and like I said, these posters have so much sauce that I thought these were official back then. While the Photoshop technology is even way better now and outright terrifying, honestly, I love the raw creativity of these older posters. It gives a sense of passion, and you can see the effort put into these pictures, even if they were minimal and limited at the time. And they're definitely not those AI-generated skinwalkers I've seen on the internet. It takes blood, sweat, and tears to make some of the greatest fan posters ever, or you just get bored and make the most fire-ass fan poster of all time. Wait a minute. Yeah, people are still wanting TASM 3 to happen. Honestly, me too. It would have concluded Andrew's Peter story if it did have the symbiote suit, or even fight the Sinister Six as teased in a deleted scene. But instead, Sony wanted to make their own universe, which failed horribly, but Venom was cool. But anywho, since Sony doesn't like giving fans what they want, and Disney, we fans are like Thanos at the end of Age of Ultron and made movie posters ourselves.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Behold, the TASM 3 fan posters. I know y'all were around when this poster surfaced on the internet and we all thought it was real. And at the time, fans would recolor the classic suit to have it black like the Sam Raimi suit, which I really don't want them to do if they ever make the movie. Just have a classic black suit with this classic iconic design. While Raimi's black suit was cool the first time it came out, I don't want the same thing happen twice because it's just lazy at that point. Unlike the fan posters that actually designed the black suit like the classic design portrayed in the comics, which is undeniably more better than just a recolored costume. And these fan posters proves that point that Andrew deserves his own black suit that's faithful to the original, and the desire of continuing Andrew's story and concluded after the loss of Gwen. But fans will stop at nothing to have this movie and Spider-Man 4 being manifested into reality to no end. That's why we have people out there making these fan posters to satiate the hunger of the possibilities for what these movies would have entailed for Spider-Man as a character in those movies, let alone have Andrew conclude his story with a third movie and Tobey's with a fourth one. And that's that for the TASM era fan posters. Let me know which TASM era fan posters was your favorite. For me, I love the TASM 2 era because of the hype surrounding it and the amount of fan posters that were created at the time. And don't forget to like and subscribe so I can keep Spider-Manning it. And thank you all for the birthday wishes when I was typing this script out. Love every single one of you. Another year survived. Where are my stats? Anyways, that's all for me. I'll see you next time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.